Highpress Show.
Hi, welcome to another episode of the High Press. I'm still joined here by Coach Piwe. Coach Piwe, you're welcome.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, just getting right into it. I think if we can talk about the transfer news. The window closes on Friday. So far, your best signing?
Best signings for me this season has to be Ribeiro from Mamelodi Sundowns. It's been a revival in the forward line for them. I feel the goals that he has scored, the contributions and the assists, the way he changes the team's dynamics when they are attacking. The second signing for me, best signing, has to be Patrick Maswangai.
Yeah.
The first video when we conversated, I said he's for sure one of the best signings of the season so far, the right signings for the team. He has done a lot for the team so far. The assist rate, the way he has changed how Pirates gain more control in the game, and he has been a revival, for one of the Pirates. So these are my best two signings. I think the other one I can add on with signings. Probably it would be SuperSport United with signing again Ndlovu. Because he was on loan. Now it's a permanent move. I think he has been amazing for them. Also Igodaro in the striking force for SuperSport United. I think these were my top four signings, but surely the top two I am very, very and fully convinced about them.
Yeah, speaking about transfer, if you can remember the first video, I think you spoke highly again of giving him Msimango. Are you still impressed, or
yes,
or are you still saying let's give him time? Maybe?
I think Msimango and Ditlokwe have been a revival for Chiefs, because of Chiefs last season have been having horrible centre back pairings, but now I think with Msimango he is gradually growing within that role of being a senior player in the team. I think also, with you saying we should give him time, I think you are correct, because Chiefs have been playing in patches, but I feel that he's also one of the strong signings of the season. Also him and Ditlokwe, they have been amazing, but surely giving him Simango has been a revival for Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah, I think one of the topics of this transfer window has been Umteto from Stellenbosch. Do you really think Chiefs should push for him, or is it more of there are other areas that they should really be looking at? Maybe another striker, because if you look at those striking options that they have, they're misfiring. So is it?
I think back then Chiefs haven't found the real replacement for Katsande. It's been a huge void that they've been missing. And with Ox Mtetwa, I think it would be a good buy, but they need to analyze certain factors. Number one, he won't give you 5 seasons. The age is playing a factor. So he'll definitely give you a strong 3. A strong 3 season is a quick fix for Chiefs, where Chiefs need a defensive midfielder who can have cohesion with Castillo. So I think that Mtetwa could be the right signing. I think they need to break bank before the transfer season or the transfer window closes, and I feel that he can add value to the team.
Do you think his signing will affect Chiefs maybe positively? Will it allow Matt to have freedom to go forward, push Matt a little bit forward, or is it more of you have options, you have Uzwane, you have Stebe who can play in that position?
I feel that if he comes in the team, it will liberate more on the players like Castillo. I feel probably Matt will have lesser responsibility in his defensive aspect and attack more. But surely what Mtetwa gives you is firstly defensive security. Number 2, he gives you good forward passing. He can link the play, he can tackle, he can break play. And Chiefs have been mostly missing that, someone who can protect the heart of defense, because the moment you pass through Kaizer Chiefs, you are only left to give them Simango and Ditloko. So if you need someone who's a shield, you are probably gonna go to Mtetwa, because he has the best tackling and interception rate in the PSL. So I feel that he is the most likely midfielder to match Kaizer Chiefs' needs right now.
So do you think it's the only signing that, if you were a coach of Chiefs, would it be the only signing that you make? Don't you think maybe they need someone offensively? So maybe
I think offensively, I don't think so, because there's no other number 9.
Yeah.
I think the new striker that they signed, I saw him in the Sundowns game. He gives off nice movements, but he just needs someone to complement him. What I think Chiefs need also, they need a left fullback.
Yeah.
An attacking left fullback. Or a fullback who's good in both boxes, can attack the opponent's box and can defend his own box. And likely or so, I was talking to someone and I said, why can't they take maybe Terence Mashiko?
Salah would not allow that.
Terence Mashiko, or take a loan move or a risk buy for Olake at Cape Town City, because he's good in both boxes. He can deliver crosses, he can go 1v1, and I feel Kaizer Chiefs need a player like that. I think the signings that Chiefs need are quick fixes, not long-term fixes.
Okay.
It should be quick fixes for them to be in a secure position at the end of the season, and already give what the fans want. So I just feel those are the signings that Kaizer Chiefs need.
What about Basadine, Stellenbosch?
Basadine, it's going to be a very expensive buy. That's the thing. Because I feel Stellenbosch are also in a more of a transitional, rebuilding kind of model, you know. Of course, they sold Dupria back then and they were rebuilding. They brought in back Rainers for Dupria's position. They lost Kwenika. They lost a lot of players, and now they might lose Mtetwa. So I don't feel that by Basadine's position, anyone Chiefs would want to swap with, probably Mashiane.
Okay.
It wouldn't sustain them. So I feel that they need, they don't need Basadine. Basadine would be maybe someone we sign next season.
Okay.
Someone who can start the term very full, and very fresh. I feel that it would also affect his momentum, because he's been doing so well. And you know, most of the times when Chiefs are under adversity and they sign a new player who's expected to perform, out of the blue, they are no longer performing. So,
and I've seen they've released Kamohelo Mahlatsi.
Yes.
Just a quick thoughts on that.
I feel.
Was it the wrong move for him, or?
I think it was a good move for him, because I feel that he was underused.
Okay.
Also, he has himself to blame, because of when the gets chances, he's not performing the way he has to perform.
Doesn't take the chances.
Yes, but that's why Chiefs gets it wrong most of the time. They put in players when they are under the threshold, when they're under the threshold, you know. Okay. And when they're in the boiling water zone, the player doesn't really perform the way they have to perform. It's better when you introduce a player or integrate a player when the team is in a good mood, when they're getting the points, or when they're winning cups, or when they're winning games back to back, and they'll be in a good flow. But now I feel that he's good.
Is it maybe the question of pressure? Maybe couldn't handle the pressure.
Yes.
Playing for a big team, you're always under the microscope. Every small mistake is magnified.
You mustn't forget, Mahlatsi, before he signed for Chiefs, was competing for young player, one of the young players of the season, and he signed, and he was very dangerous with. That Swallows with our cheese boy Mugwena, they were amazing, and when they signed him for a purpose, and he was supposed to be, I think, Chiefs number 10, delivering, and I don't know what happened. So I feel maybe you should get a mid card or mid table team that will perform again. I think maybe Swallows' door is still open. Yes, Swallows' door is still open. I think maybe can make it there. So I feel he wasted his time there, and both parties wasted their time with each other.
So should we blame then the scouting, or is it more?
I don't
more
think
of
we have
just
to
saying,
blame. I think the scouting was right.
Yeah.
Because you got him when he was still hot and fresh.
Okay, was it maybe? Can we now blame maybe the system of play, maybe the way he was used? Because for me, a person, and I'm thinking he was never given a chance. That's one of the things that I do have. And another thought is that I have is he has never used his opportunities that he got. So maybe he was not ready maybe for that.
Yeah, probably. I feel maybe, like I said, he was underused. But when he was used, he's not using that opportunity to the fullest. Scouting, yes, they were right. Probably the coaching personnel also maybe wanted these kind of suited players for this kind of system. I feel the way Chiefs played probably wouldn't have not suited him, but I felt he would have changed how Chiefs played.
Yeah.
But now the personnel that the old coach or the previous coach wanted is a certain personnel that needs midfielders who are hard, who are robust.
Yeah.
And you even see now Chiefs, they play with hard and robust midfielders. So they don't play with a number 10 straight now. Even Kikendolo can't make the team.
Yeah.
So I feel that he needs to move on, and I think it's a right decision that he's moving on.
Okay, getting back to transfer, which other team do you think they need to buy, maybe players? I still need some reinforcements.
I'm feeling for Royal AM because they're still banned.
Yeah.
I think they need to beef up their squad, but they went well, pound to pound with Chiefs. They went well. They went in hard, and they got their chances. They just couldn't finish the game. Yeah. I feel they need beefing up. Another team that needs beefing up is for sure Richards Bay FC. Yeah. They need beefing up. Another team that needs beefing up, I think, is Polokwane City. Yeah. They need beefing up. They've been winning, and Cape Town Spurs. Yeah. They need beefing up. I think they need more experienced players. Yeah. With the age average of 28 to 29, 28, 29, 30 maximum. Like I said, Mpomakola is available, doesn't have a club.
Mato is available, just for experience.
You know, Happy Jelly doesn't have a club. So those kind of players, you need them to sustain the team, keep the team together, and organize the team. So those three teams, I think, they need to beef up themselves.
So do you think if Royal AM do not overturn the ban in time, do you think they'll be in trouble? 13th relegation, or maybe 14th there?
13th, 12th. I think John Matuka knows his way out. He's a
but will they be able to compete? That's another thing.
The question, the first one is, I don't think they'll be able to be a top 10 team, but they won't be a relegation team. Okay. So they will be somewhere there, but competing because, number one, of the coach. Yeah. He's been there, he's been around. And the players, for sure, they know what's happening there. They still have the senior players who keep the team intact and tight. So I feel they won't be relegated. But top 10, no. Bottom 2, no.
Bottom 2, no. Okay. Yeah, coming now to results. Starting with Golden Arrows and Stellenbosch, 0-0. Again.
Oh, Stellies have a problem with their scoring. The last time they scored well, they played well. The last time Stellies played well was against Pirates, the first game. After that, they just went fluctual like a JSE graph, up and down. You didn't know if they are blowing hot, if they are blowing cold. So it's been an issue scoring. Reyners also can't finish matches, the match fitness. Sometimes he gets injured, sometimes he's back, sometimes he's in, sometimes he's out. So it's been a factor for them. Golden Arrows, they were hitting hard last week. Now they're no longer hitting hard. They changed the coach personnel. The coach left. One of the co-coaches. Let me just one of the co-coaches of Vilagazzi.
Just a quick thought on that. Why would you make such a move? You were somewhere where you were good.
I don't know.
In charge. Now you are technical director for Chipa United.
He just said that he just resigned. We don't know why. But they just said he just resigned. Probably maybe Chiba put on a better offer on the table for him. They said he's
there may be a hope for being a head coach in the coming weeks.
The thing is, the technical director role in SA is not really specified well. Yeah. Because usually when you're a TD, we know you're going to be a head coach.
You're going to be a coach.
So I don't know. Probably. We don't know. I'm not disrespect to Damogen. Damogen has been doing very well with the team, but according to the specific objectives of the TD at Chiba United, they said he'll be coaching, and he'll be giving tactical advice, and he'll be seated on the bench.
So he's more like an assistant coach.
Yeah.
But then as a South African football,
they said it would be on the coach, on the bench.
Yeah.
But Siabulela Gwambi will still be an assistant coach. Damogen will be the head coach.
Doesn't that add pressure to Coach Morgan? Because now if he loses 3 or 4 matches, Uvilagas is there, he'll come in.
And usually, systematically, the head coach has to report to the TD.
Okay.
With match reports, why did we lose? Why did we win? How do you feel? How do you feel we can
it's
attack?
Going to be awkward. You have your TD on the bench.
Yeah. I feel. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Because it's very interesting. I said, remember I told you, Golden Arrows will end up in the top 8.
Yeah.
The reason why, not because of Coach Mabuti.
Okay.
But I know Coach Vilagasi. He's very strong. And you saw where they were in the table. Before the season started, I said they might end up in the top 8 because I saw what they were doing last season. Yeah. Now I don't know. We'll see about Mabuti.
Second on the league.
You see what I'm telling you.
11 points from 6 matches.
Exactly.
So now do you expect a change?
Because it might change the psychosis of the team.
Okay.
That we have lost one of our co-coaches. Now we have only one head coach. So I think the generation of the cycle of co-coaching, I think it's done in PSL, if I'm correct.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work anymore, right? It's done. Yeah. So no more co-coaching. It will be one coach. And let's see what happens. But I don't think they'll drop. But I still think they'll be a top 8 team if they still do the same things.
With Maputi as a
with Maputi Kanyeza as a head coach.
Okay, then Kaizer Chiefs Royally. Your thoughts there? 0-0. They had the chances.
With Royally we covered that they were coming with their attacks. They were getting their chances. They should have buried them a long time ago. Chiefs also same dilemmas with the final entries. Dupree missing 1-1. The keeper with the simple tap in, and they play with their moments. Sometimes they are quiet for 35 minutes. Chiefs. Nothing's happening there. There's a lot of technical errors. There's a lot of tactical errors. Players don't know where they are sometimes. It's just more of a... It was more when I watched that match, no disrespect. It was like I was watching a under 15 high school match. Yeah. It was just all over the place. You couldn't understand what was happening. Yeah, I'm watching it with the fan's eye. Yeah. It was entertaining because there were misses. There were chances.
It was more of an end-to-end stuff.
With my left eye, the coach's eye, I was like, no, this is not nice.
Is it a question of maybe tactical acumen of the coach, or maybe not being reactive, maybe? Because some coaches, when you see that you're missing chances, maybe you can change the shape of your team. Maybe try to push a bit forward. Or is it maybe just luck? They don't have luck in front of goal.
Like you said, they create their in football. You create your own luck. Yeah. And Chiefs that are big teams like these, when you're playing in Soccer City, your home team against no disrespect, a small team like so-called small team like Royal AM, you need to be dominating. Like I said the last time we were talking, that if you're Chiefs, you need to be dominating. You need to be controlled. You need to be a team that influences every statistics of the match facts. And Chiefs are not doing that, again, at home, and they can't do it. Away, they can't do it.
So is it again, are we going back to the question of system? Is it the right system that he is using?
I think with Chiefs, there's a lot of factors. Like I said, that issues are like broad. Like in a mind map, there can be a lot of
so that areas. Will continue.
I don't know. I don't want to be the person that determines the factors.
Your thoughts on that.
I feel, personally, feel they're still going to suffer a long time. Yeah. For a very long time. My personal factor, if anyone is disputing or challenging, that's fine. But I feel they're still going to suffer for a very long time on the basis of how they're doing things. They are playing, like I said, for my personal perspective, the coaching personnel is wrong. Yeah. I've been saying it's wrong. They've been doing all the wrong decisions from 2013, 2014. And it's coming with them since. It's been stacking with them. It's like a snowball effect. Yeah. The longer it goes, the bigger the snowball gets, you know. So it's going to be a problem for them. Another one is that the signings, still the wrong signings. You're still getting the wrong signings. And when you're a big club, one friend of mine told me, or a coach who works in the PSL told me that if you take the right football decisions, the football decisions affect the business decisions of the club.
Yeah.
So if you look at, for example, a Man City, you see they are very good with their football decisions.
Yeah.
They win. When you win, people will start buying merchandise.
Yeah.
They will come to the stadium. They will fill up the stadium.
Yeah.
They'll go everywhere you go. Sundowns, they are winning games, right? And when they're winning games, all the football decisions are affecting the marketing decisions, and sponsorships are coming, and whatever is coming, and whatever is coming. And they have all the structures. The academy is successful, whatever is successful. And with Chiefs, they are more compromised on the business decisions, and they are mitigating the football decisions. And when you mitigate the football decisions, the marketing and business decisions are not right, because you are losing, you are drawing, you're losing, you're drawing, and then you get shocked when people don't come to the stadium. So it's that kind of thing where they need to compromise. They need to be strong, actually, have authority on the football decisions, which will affect the business decisions of the club, and they'll be successful, hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, then the Amazulu and Cape Town City. Cape Town City in trouble again.
Yeah, I heard that they brought in Lebohang Manyama as their new assistant coach. I thought
yeah,
City would have pulled the trigger to say we are firing Eric Tinkler.
But then who would come in? But I heard our favorite coach has resigned somewhere there. Yeah, and it might be on his way.
I think. Yeah. I was watching the match. I was like, no, Tinkler must go. It's for not because it's a bad coach.
Let me ask you something before we go any further.
Yeah.
What's the psychological problem? Like most coaches, the first season they're very good. Come second season, there are problems there. What's going on? Yeah.
Tinkler. I think City have not done well by Tinkler.
Okay.
Because you sell all your best players.
Is it recruitment maybe?
The recruitment. Okay. You sell Mashiko.
Okay.
You sell you sold who did they sell also? They once sold Erasmus. You get back a older Lake for a Terence Mashiko. You don't sign centre backs. You put Mukeke, who is old, at centre back.
Yeah.
You sell your best goalkeeper. I forgot who was that best goalkeeper.
Peter, is it Levenberg or what? I think he went home.
Yes, he went home.
And the other one who came back and went to Mozambique.
Exactly. Yes, Gomez, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
He came, then you bring an old Darren Kitt. And then you bring Mpande, who has never played 3 years. And then you put him in... that's not fair.
Yeah, man.
It's not. You sell one of your best controlling midfielders, you remove them out of the club, Mpomakola.
But do you think Eric Tinkler, do you think Eric Tinkler has control over the recruitment?
No. I think now, because City, we knew them, they had a good recruitment policy.
Yeah.
They had a good one. Even if they signed the older player, you'd see, this one, these guys are signing. When they signed Tikom, they say, that's sharp.
Good signing.
Mpomakola, we knew, good. Mpo is going to replace Tiko. You get what I'm trying to say. But now, it's more of how he comes from overseas, let's get him. Now it's more overseas players. I feel where they went right is Ambina. It's good with Ambina. But Mayo, it's good. But if he goes, you see, but who are you going to replace him with? You bring an old Kutumela. You get what I'm trying to say. Exactly. It's not fair for Eric Tinkler. And I was saying that before he gets fired, he should resign. Resign to save what? His reputation, to save his heart, to save his mind, because that Cape Town City team, I don't feel they will be in the top 8 if they continue like this.
So you wouldn't give him a chance maybe to try and sort out and see what he can do?
But there was an international break, and they still have the same dilemmas. Defense, game management, goalkeeping issues.
I think a lot of teams in the PSL have a problem with game management. When to close shop, when to keep on attacking.
It's
But then we can't blame the coach entirely. The
players have to take responsibility also because there are many senior players there. You know, like about Tyreek Phillips, Abo Mkhize, Abo Nodata, all have a responsibility to say, hey, chance we're leading. Did you see that when they were winning 2-1?
Yes.
They should have held there. It was very simple. Game management to say, hey, gents, which one? We have to defend. And then next thing, 3-2 in 3 minutes. It's 3-2. Yes. It didn't make sense. But coming back to Amazulu, Amazulu, I told you that I like the coach.
Yeah.
I like him. I think I said they were playing, but now they couldn't play to score.
Yeah.
But now they can play to score. So now can they play to defend?
Yeah.
You see. So that you can see now that now they need to work in their defending. Firstly, they were working out to play.
Okay.
Then they were seeing, you could see now, they're playing well, but they're not scoring.
So now you're starting to see what they're trying to do.
Exactly. Now they can score. They can score. Good. But now, why are they scoring and conceding? So now they need to work on.
They signed Ben Mutwari.
Top signing. It's very good. I think it's gonna fit in that midfield.
Yeah, because I think Omar Kaula, when he left, I think they needed someone
like that.
Played in that position.
Because Tertius Malepe tried, but he's not.
But
doing
what is his
well.
best position, Malepe? Is it more of a left centre back, or is it a left? Is he a left back? Is he defensive midfielder?
Tesh must play as a central defender on the left. I feel. Because his midfield center is too slow.
Yeah.
He's too slow and he's always on the floor. He wants to tackle everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel he has to play. He has more of the same characteristics as Abubakar Mubara. Mubara, you don't know if you want to play midfield. You don't want to play right back.
Yeah.
Same thing. So he has the same factors as Mubara.
I guess as the modern football, we are moving to a player has to be able to play in certain positions. Example would be John Stones, can play centre back, midfield.
But I feel
modern football
centre back. Yeah. I think Ibile, Amazulu were playing the first 2-3 games. Were playing 3 at the back.
Yeah.
They were. I think he played in the midfield, but I think he needs to play in the 3 at the back by the left centre back.
Just to cover for the left back.
Yes, for the left back to cover Hanamub when he goes up, and then in the middle defensive will be Mpahlela.
Yeah.
Then at the right centre back will be Para to cover is it who's the right back?
It's Kakane.
Kakane. Yeah. Yes, it's Kakane, who goes up and down, booms up and down. And then in the midfield, then you can add Ben Mutware, you can add Brooks to now go forward and express himself and do whatever he wants, or extend to do whatever he wants. So Amazulu, good for them. And I still like the coach. Very good.
Top 10 finish for them?
Top 9, top 10, somewhere.
For Amazulu.
But for what they have, they need to be in the top 8.
Yeah.
All those signs that they've made,
good signing.
They need to be in the top 8. Yeah. Undisputedly, they need to be in the top 8.
Okay, yeah. Now coming to the features for Wednesday.
Hey.
No, the big one will do the big one. Hey. It will be the last one, the big one. We'll start with Royal AM and Sekhukhune United. Just your quick thoughts on that.
I think Sekhukhune, they've been doing their business very silently, you know.
Yeah.
They're very good at home, especially in the games where they are playing home against Abo, Richards Bay, you know. They do well, and they're very good at their defensive shape. After they got hammered by Pirates, they were let's be more rigid, let's be more precautious. And I feel that they have all the meat, the energy, and abilities to win the game against the Royal AM, who has a thinner squad and who can't sign players again. So it will be a very interesting game. And my prediction, I will give it to Sekhukhune to win the game against Royal AM.
Just based on the squad that they have in comparison with Royal AM.
Yeah. I think they have the ability, you know. Sekhukhune has good players, experienced players, players who are seasoned campaigners. Mgojo, Sbu Vilakazi, they have strong players who can do the job for the team. So I feel that they can get away with it.
But can Does Buvulaga still give you energy, or is it more of an experienced player?
Experienced player as an impact,
can motivate
as an impact.
the squad, yeah.
Yes, and to make the team feel, hey, we're playing again. We're playing with a Buvulagas. This guy won the Champions League.
Yeah,
you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's more like that for them.
For them, okay. Then TS Galaxy, Cape Town City.
Oh,
Cape Town City need a win.
They're desperate, but because I like that guy.
Yeah.
That guy you can see
maybe
Ramovic's
he needs a big team, eh?
He has to. I think Galaxy, you can't fight destiny. Galaxy, I don't think they will be able to keep Ramovic by the end of next season.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll have to coach a big 3 club.
Let's just say if Chiefs have a bad season, would you take him? No, just your thought. Just your thought.
For me, I think he's the right fit. The club, I feel, because he's hinted that he wants to coach Chiefs. Ramovic, yeah, I like him a lot.
So do you think they'll defeat Cape Town City?
Yeah, because Cape Town City are desperate. They need points. Ramovic will be more it's business-like,
expecting an open game.
An open game, because Ramovic punches, Tinkler punches.
Yeah.
Tinkler doesn't have to defend, because when he defends is 1 point, it won't help you with anything.
Yeah.
So he has to open and come. Ramovic wants those kind of games, and he punches also. So Bernard Parker has been on form. Mbata has been on form. A lot of players have been on form. Bunjana has been the heart and soul of the midfield. They've been strong, so I feel TS Galaxy have the abilities to beat Cape Town City. But Cape Town City has a moment, They can just go out of nowhere. They can make something out of nothing. Mayo can arrive, not that I can arrive. They're strong, so I feel that it will be a good game to watch. Probably a high-scoring match, but to TS Galaxy. So
Galaxy to win?
Yes.
Because my thing with Galaxy, consistency. They haven't.
Yes, when they play the high-profile games, they look like Real Madrid. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They play like they are Real Madrid. But when
is it a psychological thing? Or
yeah.
They get pumped up and then.
Because remember last season they played Sundowns and they were the first team to beat Sundowns.
Yeah.
Now they play Chiefs, then they beat Chiefs. Right. Now they're playing Cape Town City, but it's more of it's our peers kind of level. But I feel that it will be a high scoring game. But for them to show that they're a top 8 team, because they said they want to come to CAF Confed positions. Yeah. For them to show that they're a CAF Confed team for next season, they need to win this game.
But do they have the squad to compete for that?
I don't know. I feel they have more youth players, because they pull more from the DDC.
Okay.
And I don't think that model sustains you to be competing for CAF Confed positions. Top 8, yes. CAF Confed, I don't know.
Super Sport Kaiser Chiefs. Yeah.
Kevin
always
has the number for Chiefs.
Yeah.
He always has their number. So for how teams have been rolling, I'll give it to Super Sport.
Because I'm thinking, if you are a Kaiser Chiefs coach, Ulu is there, doesn't have the energy, doesn't have the pace. You have your Mpotani, you have your Modi, you have a Dupree.
I think Chiefs.
Don't you think that maybe a 1-1 draw, maybe something like that? No way. You're so confident.
No, I feel the problem is that if SuperSport scores first, it's over. Chiefs needs to score first, because Kevin Andrew, the moment he scores, shut shop, it's over. So you need to Chiefs need to score first.
Yeah.
But for SuperSport to score first, it makes the game nicer. Because Chiefs now need to.
We'll have to chase the game.
Exactly. They need to do that. So I feel that Chiefs versus SuperSport, a low-scoring game. Low-scoring game, but I'll give it to SuperSport because Kevin Hunt, because Igor Daro, because Bradley Grobler, because Magaman and Ndlovu, and the cohesion at the back of Tyson. And Luke Fleurs, I heard that he's gonna move out to Super Sport, so we don't know.
Yeah, so I saw some pictures of him training with Chiefs today.
Yeah, I feel that's my priority.
But
Super
again,
Sport.
coach, if you have your Tyson, you have Ulu, there's no pace there.
So Ash can go through there. But now,
Yeah.
with Super Sport, if Ash is going to run through,
Yeah.
Super Sport are not a team that's going to play with the high press.
Okay.
You see.
Yeah, all right.
So now it's Chiefs that
More
have
like come to us.
Yes, Chiefs has to come to Super Sport because also you must watch that Super Sport also play beyond, and they have the speed of Lungu, and they have the speed also of Igodaro who can play beyond. So interesting
Would it
times.
be an open game, or is it more of?
I think first 15 minutes they will weigh each other.
Okay.
Super Sport will weigh Chiefs.
Yeah.
And then if they see Chiefs is still soft a bit, they'll come.
So on the eve of the second leg of the MTN 8, as a Chiefs coach, do you rotate your players?
I feel Chiefs, they are very predictable. You know who's going to come.
You know who's going to play.
Yes, now you know, this guy will start. And you know who's going to be the first sub. You know who's going to be the second sub. You know who they, when they score, who might be the possible sub.
Okay.
Like, for example, when they score, they want to put in Ngobo and to play the 5 at the back. Remember, they tried with Sundowns, and then Sundowns equalized. Actually, they won the match, if I'm correct.
No, it's the MTN 8.
MTN 8, right?
Yeah,
then the first game where Peter said did the blunder, Chiefs scored, and then they tried to secure, and then they tried to put Ngobo in, and then Sundowns scored. So I feel that they wouldn't rotate. Maybe they'll rotate by the fullbacks. Maybe rest Clanty again and put Frosler by the fullback again.
Because I always question the coach. You say, okay, against Sundowns you played Utlanti, but again, before that you put Frosler in that position. Do you think maybe Utlanti has the edge defensively as compared to Frosler?
I feel Frosler 1v1 is strong defensively. I feel as a left fullback.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna. Left fullback. I think you must go with Clanty because the moment you play Clanty on the bench and then you put Frosler there, and that side you're going. Who you going to put? Is it Solomon's?
Now they're playing Gunika there.
No, I think they must continue with Clanty but Clanty must be consistent because all the goals Clanty has conceded, all the goals Chiefs has conceded against Sundowns, it's Clanty's fault mostly. Oof. The last goal at the MTN 8 you saw Clanty. They always, it reminds me against that goal against Pirates, where
is it a matter of concentration maybe in the match?
Yeah, I think also another factor.
And the position maybe.
I was telling
because his position was very wrong.
Yeah. That way, as a fullback, you must know that you must face and where the ball is coming, and then at the same time look who is coming through you. So one factor I was telling a friend of mine is that Chiefs are lacking what we call tactical endurance. So they can endure repeat the same patterns over 90 minutes. They can repeat them maybe for 20, then they switch off, then they score. Then they come back again, then they score. So they play in their phases and in their moments. They don't repeat the same tactical patterns. Yeah.
Now on to the big one. Yeah. Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Ooh, juicy, spicy. Two best
It has
teams.
The making of a good match.
There are two best teams in the land.
Yeah.
Two best teams in the land. It's going to be a spectacular. I hope it doesn't go 0-0. But at Orlando, it doesn't always go 0-0.
There's always goals
at Orlando
there.
Does. Even at Loftus, it doesn't go 0-0.
It always rains goals.
Yeah, it will be a good. But because I feel it would be a game of details. Whoever misses a detail, it won't not be because of form or.
So form doesn't count in this game.
No, Pirates lost against Jennings Galaxy, and it's okay. But Sundowns won against Marumba, if I'm correct, if I'm pronouncing it well. But this game, details. Just why? Because the coach are very tactically good. The coaches are very tactically good.
Yeah.
And they are good mind manipulators. I was listening to both their press conferences today.
But you know Coach Rolani.
Yeah.
Always.
Mind games. And also Coach Jose also was predicting about rotation, playing his cards.
Because I was going to ask you that. Because against Joining, I think they rotated a lot of players, Pirates. Do you think the concern was this game?
Oh, for sure. You know why? Because they will hammer Joining at home.
Second leg.
They will hammer them.
But it's a risk, though.
They will hammer them hard. Don't worry. You'll see. I like the Joining coach. I like him. Coach Merabodi is amazing. He's an amazing coach. But they will hammer them. But coming back to the Sundowns and the Pirates game, I feel it will be a game of details. And it will be won in the center midfield. If Pirates manage the spaces well, and they give the ball to Maswangai, then Maswangai does whatever he does with Mufukeng and Saling. Then and Levasa is firing. There's going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble.
Mvala has his work cut out.
Vala problem. Lebusa problem. Why? Speed.
Because I was going to question that. Because do you then play Modiba at left back?
Modiba is the cause of Sundowns' problems.
That's what I'm saying. Would you play him there?
1v1, no. Because Saleng cooked him, remember? At M10-8.
Yeah.
He cooked him and he always struggles with Saleng 1v1.
Because of the pace.
The pace and the manipulation. So, for the fullback now, they play Putuel there. Or Patuili there. They play him there at the left fullback. And Patuili, I was checking stats, is the one of the best one of the best defenders with pressing movements.
Okay.
He's very good with pressing movements. So the moment you receive the ball, he's on top of you.
But does he have the pace?
That's the thing. The pace, because I remember we were struggling with. I think he was struggling with Ash Dupre.
Yes.
Yes. So if you put him against a Saling, it would be a problem also.
Because now I'm thinking of even Sundowns. Omutau now is like they're picking games for him. It's more like the big games.
They're managing him. I think Mdau will start. But Mdau will be a good battle between him and Mofokeng. 1v1. Maswangai will be a good battle against Mukwena, where Mukwena has to oversee, do I go, do I stay, which space do I take. There has to be an exchange between, I don't think Mukwena can mark Maswangai for 90 minutes. I feel there has to be an exchange between him and Kutsia. So it's your turn, it's my turn. It's your turn, it's my turn. And then now with Pirates, they have to decide, because Ndonjo is on the bench, is suspended, sorry.
Okay.
Now, because Sundowns, the way they play.
Would you play team maybe?
I think they have to go with Makaula.
For such a picky.
Makaula or...
The thing with Makaula is
I'd throw in my...
Smaller tackles there, dangerous tackles
I'd throw in my wild card and put in Baloni.
Hey.
Because he played well.
Hey, it's a big game, coach.
Because Pirates now, the way they're playing, they don't play with two strong defensive midfielders. They play with one defensive midfielder and another box-to-box midfielder. And Miguel team doesn't give you the box-to-box aggression. It gives you more of a composed role, number 6. And then with Baloni, he gives you that. So these are the options that Pirates might have. Baloni, Makaringe. They can give it, I was going to say Ben Muswara, but he left. I can give it to Baloni, Makaringe. Those are my best options. Those two. But Makaula, because Sundowns overload the midfield, you need someone to play with, to hold with Monare, to aggress the midfield there. So you need that kind of person. But team, because they've done well with Monare last season, so they can try it.
Peter Shalule is back, just to add firepower too.
Let's see. Let's see how it goes. But he hasn't been scoring up against Paris is not really his habit. It's usually he scores, but he doesn't score when like he plays against Chiefs, because Chiefs always hits them hard. But as I was explaining, how Monari has to control the spaces of Tembazwani and the spaces of Ayende and the spaces of Mayema, if Mayema plays, it's going to be a problem. because it's 3 against 1 there in that midfield. It's that's why if it's 3 against 1, rather have 2 holding midfield to make it at least 3 against 2. But Maswangai also now has to manage how to stop Tebza Mokoena receiving the ball comfortably, you know.
Because something that I've noticed, Pirates in the past games, they have possession, they have 59. Do you think they'll have that dominance against Sundowns, or it will be more of 50-50?
When you've seen the goals Pirates have scored this season are more counter-attacking goals. But their possession, because you see they got 59, 60, 69, 70, 69 sometimes. It's, you usually see that number going high when they are in the lead. But when the game starts, they are more of a, we call it power play team. So they hit you hard first half. They make sure that they hit you hard, and then other than they are controlling the tempo. But with Sundowns, they play what we call percentage football. They go higher and higher, higher and higher until you are asleep. You think this game is boring. Then when you are asleep, they hit you, and then they come again. They build the percentage. But with Pirates, they are more direct. And with Pirates, what we're going to see against Sundowns, I think there will be a more compact Pirates. There'll be a more counter-attacking Pirates. And there'll be a more expressive Pirates because they are playing in Orlando. They have to entertain their fans. I said that Pirates is the best counter-attacking team in the country. Sundowns is the best possessional and positional team in the country. So it's 2 contrasting styles that are good.
Do you play Marco or Hoto there?
Marco. Marco, for sure. Hoto has been horrible. Even at KEF, he played again. Every time Hoto plays, there's a problem. There's a problem. Every time. And when I say play, I don't mean play. I mean start the game. There's no stats. You must show me stats and bring them here. The season when it starts. Hoto doesn't win. When they won the game, when Hoto was at who did they beat at Cape Town?
Was it Cape Town City?
I think where Maswangai, where they won, I forgot. Hoto scored the final goal. I forgot who were they playing. Stellenbosch. They beat Stellenbosch. Yes, Hoto scored, but it came on as what? As a sub. You see.
So you'd play Marco, and then right back you go for Munyani or Shando.
I go for Shando. I go for Shando
because of the energy.
The energy. And the defensive discipline. Because the moment Moyani goes there and it delivers a poor cross because it doesn't deliver good crosses, and they get the ball Sundowns the space there behind, and Ribeiro can hit you hard, and Tembazwani can hit you hard, and Shasha can hit you hard.
So psychologically, coach, how do you prepare a team for this big match?
It's up to the team. So it would be more of the magnitude of the game. They know the magnitude of the game. It's a big game. But more of focus on the details. So they can be motivated themselves, both teams, but for sure, Pirates, Sundowns, actually, we know it's business-like. It's not like that. Sundowns play big games every week. Coach? So for me, I think, who's home? Pirates. I'll give it Pirates 1-0. 1-0 Pirates.
First loss for Sundowns.
1-0. I'm putting my head on the chopping block. 1-0. 1-0 because Pirates, I said this title race will be a narrow title race. It won't be like last season. It will be a narrow title race, and Pirates at home, they've been very good. I think they're more nice. They're more ruthless than Sundowns this season. Sundowns' problem is the scoring. They've been struggling to score. Pirates, I feel that they can get the goals in, so I'll give it to Pirates 1-0.
Hey, pound for pound football.
I know Sundowns fans will hate me for this one, but pound for pound. It will be a pound for pound. It will be a hard-hitting game, but details.
Finer details.
Yes.
So they're giving it to Orlando Pirates.
Pirates 1-0.
So if I was to say, give me a starting lineup, you're taking players from Sundowns and Pirates. Just give me one lineup.
So a lineup for Pirates and a lineup for Sundowns.
No, like a combined
11.
Combined 11. Who's in goal for you?
I'd start with Ronnie Williams as the keeper. No, China has been doing a lot of mistakes. I think it's a problem there.
Okay.
Left, and then right full back, I'll go with the 4-3-3. Right full back, I'll go with Mutau. Left full back, I'll go with Mako. Center defense, I'll go with Sabisi. And Rivaldo Kotsia. I'll go with the holding midfield, I'll go with Tepsa Mokoena. Then I'll go with Maswangai and Tambazwani as the double 10s. Then left, I go with Mofokeng. Right, I go with Saling. No, Mofokeng, I remove him, sorry. Left, I go with Ayende.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you about that.
Player of the season, he competes for it.
Yeah.
Left, Ayende. Right, Saling. Striker, I go with Shasha. Shadridil.
Oval passer.
Yeah. Shasha, because the passer is on form, but Shasha evergreen. Any day. His XG always runs. Yeah. Always runs over 2 XG. So on a bad day, Shasha scores 2. On a good day, Shasha scores 3.
Hey, no le pasa.
Yeah, and Lepasa is the first player to score 10 goals for Pirates in a very short space of time. Yes. So, yeah, but Lepasa is the first time this is happening. Shasha undisputed 4 seasons, so I'll put Shasha there.
Hey.
Shasha's 100 goals, so I'll put Shasha. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So now let's go to the MTN 8 second leg. You are a Stellenbosch team. How do you approach it away from home?
Oh, Stellenbosch now have to score 2 goals to win.
Yeah.
Yo, one thing about Stade is when they start games, they always start holding back, and now they have to change the style. So they have to be ultra attacking. They have to be they have to make sure that they come out. They're explosive, and the first 3 to 5 minutes they need to make sure that they're explosive, but manage the spaces at the back, making sure that they don't concede. They keep 0 behind, and then they make sure that they put the crosses in.
Do you think if they score first, maybe the game will open up a bit?
I don't think so, because they have to come again.
Yeah.
Because when they. But Pirates, I don't like about Pirates this season. When you score them, they get shaken a bit. They shake, you know. But I think they'll still be in control and calm, because also the coach is very calm. So I feel that don't be shaken. But Stellenbosch have to play at a very high tempo. But in this football thing, you can't change the style. When you change the style, you can't sustain it for 90 minutes. So I feel that Steadies need to make sure in the first 15 to 30 minutes they put pressure.
They don't concede.
And they don't concede.
So do you, more of a cautious approach, do you then just sit back, wait for a chance to score?
As Stelis?
Yeah.
No, you go high press. You go there.
No matter the score,
you go, because you have two goals to cover.
Yeah.
And when you're covering those 2 goals at Orlando Stadium, it's difficult. You can't just go to Orlando and score 2 goals. You know, so they have to make sure that they utilize their chances, and usually they need to make sure that they get a lot of set pieces, because Stelis is dangerous with the set piece.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that the corner, we don't waste it. The set piece, we don't waste it, because that's one of our only chances that we can come back to.
Do you think they have a chance to overcome Orlando Pirates? Or is it more of the ties done?
Faith-wise, yes. Facts, no. I don't. Pirates, like I said, Pirates will find them in the internet finals. I said it.
Okay, Sundowns Chiefs.
Sundowns will be in the final. They'll be in the final.
So no chance for Chiefs.
No. Chiefs has to score a goal.
So now they'll have to change their approach.
Yes, and this is where Sundowns want you. They want you to come. The moment you come, and you come loudly, like go there and go all out, the moment you jump in their half, that's where they want you, because they're going to play, they're pressing, That's why you're playing out, and then they play over you, and then they go around you, and then they manipulate you, and then disorganize your shape, then they score. So
let me put you on the spot.
Yeah.
You are a Chiefs coach. How do you approach it then?
Oh, you always get me with these Chiefs scenarios as a coach, but no, it's more of I'd go 2 strikers.
Which ones? You go for
I'd
Gonzalez
go the Gonzalez. I'll go the Gonzalez and a Dupre as a double 9.
Okay.
Yeah, just to keep 2v2. We play 2v2 with Mvala, and because for speed we'll catch them.
Yeah.
Both of them. Tell the team, let's press them high for the first 10 to 15 minutes because they'll want to. Because sometimes when they defend with the ball. Just make them uncomfortable. Play 2 strikers up there, 1 tall striker, 1 short striker, which is Ash and Gonzalez. So Gonzalez will hold and hold the ball.
Just to ask you something, are you convinced with Gonzalez? With what you have seen?
I saw him at the Sundowns match.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like him. He has better. Let me just say, he has better movements
Than Chivavaro.
and reading the game than Chivavaro, than Beninyama, than Saile as a 9. You see, so I'd say rather play those 2 up front, then maybe for aggression and power, I'd bring on Saile on the left.
Yeah.
On the right, I'd bring in Pulemodi.
Because I think I've seen Sundowns done set piece. They're not convincing.
Yes, so we get the set pieces.
Yeah.
We get our chances with the crosses. Because Sundowns, one thing they can't deal with very good is the crosses.
Yeah.
They struggle. Most African teams in the Champions League always hit them hard with the crosses and with the set pieces. So if they get that right, they'll be fine. Then you'll have your 2 midfielders and your 4 backs. So 4-4-2, high press, get your chances, play beyond, don't build up from the back.
Would you still play with Potsani and...
No, you play Modi at the right wing.
Okay.
You play Saile at the left wing, or you play Modi at the left wing, Saile on the right wing, and then you play Ash and Gonzalez.
Just to keep them busy.
Just to run, run there, press them.
But you're not convinced they're going to win?
No, it's
Football
just,
coach,
no,
things happen.
No, I don't think so. I think Sundowns have learned their lessons.
Yeah.
They have learned their lessons. So I think they'll be in the final. If Chiefs want to entertain, they'll have to score. It'll be a nice one, but facts-wise, faith-wise, no. Faith-wise, yes. Facts,
no.
No.
Because I think one of the things that we spoke about was game management, concentration of the players. Do you think the players will be able to maintain the endurance of the game? Will they be able to keep up with the energy, the intensity of the match?
No, Chiefs, I don't think.
Because there's been a lot of mistakes.
90. If I don't think I think they'll get tactically fatigued or mentally fatigued.
Yeah.
When they get the first chance they miss this, they get the second chance they miss, the third chance they miss, and then you'll be like, we're not really meant for this. But if they get the first goal, they'll be like, we can come.
Do this.
You see? So, but it's up to their details, their technical details. Because Chiefs a lot of times in the box they fail because of technical details, not tactical, but technical. Positioning themselves, shooting.
Would you still insist on playing from the back?
No. Like I said in the first video, when we did the first session, Sundowns scored. The way they scored these guys, Chiefs wants to build up from the back. I've been saying, look, Chiefs, they scored first. Remember, I told you that you play the ball beyond, you just cross the ball. And how did Chiefs score? They got the ball, they crossed the ball, and Castillo hit the ball. And I said, you don't have to build up from the back. And now, I don't think they have to build up from the back again. Do not even try. Because you're going to be in trouble.
So you still keep Utlante at left back?
Yeah, we have to play Atlante because... Yeah, Atlante. You have to play Atlante.
Kunika right back?
No, you have to start Frosla. Yeah, but Frosla was cooked by Masego last time. But Masego doesn't play anymore, but I feel that...
I think he's back maybe.
Yeah, play Frosla. Center back, you continue with Kunika and Msimango. Then midfield 2, Castillo and Marto. Tanzania has been horrible. Marto has been horrible. I feel, yeah, but you just have to play Castillo and
Hey, you're not really convinced with Chiefs. Eh?
hey, it's bad, but we'll see. But I'll give it to Sundowns. Sundowns narrow win.
Don't think maybe because Chiefs have to score, they will open up and then Sundowns will just have chances after chances.
I think Sundowns will be a business-like performance. Yeah. Let's just get the job done and leave.
Yeah, that's it for our episode. Until the next one, sharp. The High Press Show.